I'm creating the new best superhero mod and I need your help. This mod will allow you to acquire your powers like a real superhero and mix and match them to your heart's desire. Not only that, but utilizing Minecraft's new armor trim system, you'll be able to fully customize your own superhero suit with emblems of comic book heroes and generic designs created by our community. Hello guys, Shaden here for version 1.9.0 of Superhero Plus, the Quality of Life update. I changed a bunch of things that you guys suggested in the comment section and in the Discords, and I added one new power. Starting off, we have necromancy. In order to get necromancy, we have to take this bucket, fill it with water, and smelt it in this furnace. After we smelt the water, we get salt, and now we can place the salt in the middle here. The netherrack isn't necessary, it's just for decoration, and then we need 60 levels of experience. After you have 60 levels, you stand on the rune, and you gain the ability of necromancy. As you kill mobs with the necromancy ability, you gain these new items called soul tokens that you can use for your abilities. So rather than having a cooldown for this one, it's fully reliant on how many mobs you kill. So you can use soul tokens for 4 different things. First, if I right click, it shoots the soul out and you can use it as a projectile weapon, which basically allows you to duplicate them if you use it for kills. And now, if I shift and right click, I open this menu where for 2 souls I can buy skeletons, for 5 souls I can buy wither skeletons, and for 50 souls I can buy a wither. If I get hit by one of the mobs that I summon, I get regeneration, but if I don't want them to target me, I can hold... What the heck? Let's try that again. If I summon skeletons and I don't want them to target me, I hold shift and they fly off into the distance. I can also do the same thing with wither skeletons, like so. And I can also do it with the wither. So basically, necromancy is going to make it very easy for people to get beacons, but we're going to have superpowers, so beacons are obsolete in this mod anyway. Next update is updated web swinging physics again, and new web swinging animation. So let's turn off necromancy and turn on web swinging. Turn off necromancy, there you go. And give ourselves webs. Watch what happens when we swing towards there. Look at that animation! Oh! Yes! And we got superhero landings. It kind of breaks with the cape. I didn't account for that. That's my bad. Let's turn off the cape so we don't look stupid. If I jump for more than 2 blocks while having the web swinging ability, I land like Spider-Man. Boom. Just like that. Boom. And then when I fly, whee! I have a fancy new web swinging animation. Boom. And the updated physics is that instead of going towards the direction that you put the web, you now go in the direction that you look immediately after placing the web. So if I want to go that way, I can latch onto that block and then look this way and fly in that direction. So it's kind of like a combination between the first web swinging physics we had and the second one, and is basically just an overall improvement. I think it's great. These web swinging physics are so cool. Let's go. Let's try to clutch. Yeah! The next set of changes is a lot of changes regarding the Great Hammer. So let's give it to ourselves here. And as you can see, the attack damage is a lot slower, but the melee damage is now 13, which I believe is the highest damage weapon in the game, at least in this mod for now. I changed the dropping mechanic for when you lose your hero of the village. I made it so that when you kill players, you no longer become unworthy, and when you kill a monster, your hero of the village increases by 1 minute. Let's clear myself of hero of the village, like so, and now it'll only drop on the floor as an item rather than returning to stone. Now, another update that you have all been waiting for, I added ability cooldowns. We're going to test this with the cryokinesis ability. So when you first activate an ability, you're going to be getting these items. Now, if you open the power slots, you have a new button, the reset button, that resets your keybinds. But I can place these in here, confirm the slots, and now a green bubble pops up on my screen. The green bubble means that the cooldown is ready and I can use the abilities. But also, when the cooldown is activated and you're using keybinds instead of items, you no longer get any more of these items, so they won't clutter your inventory. And instead of waiting for more items to be into your inventory, now you have a 1.5 second cooldown between abilities. So now you have the choice between using items and being able to stockpile and spam, or using keybinds and having a 1.5 second cooldown every time you use an ability. So now, watch this. Every time I click a keybind button, the light is going to turn red for 1.5 seconds before I can do it again. And this is for every ability, which means all my abilities cause the cooldown to restart for the same amount of time. So you guys will be able to pick which type of gameplay style you like most for the superhero mod. And yeah, I think this is a good solution for being able to keep items and still have a cooldown option. The way healing factor works now is that when you take damage, you lose your regeneration, and you have to stop taking damage for 5 whole seconds before you can start healing again. And now the regeneration is level 5 instead of level 1. Next, a small technical change that I'm not even going to demonstrate. The Sonic Burst ability has had its range lowered because I may or may not have messed up the code and accidentally inputted an outrageously large number. Next, the regen that Electrokinetics get by getting struck by lightning has now been nerfed, so that instead they just get brief resistance when they use the lightning ability. I added an AoE splash damage to the Cryoblast ability, which means enemies will take initial damage when you cryoblast them, but also take wither damage. There was a glitch with the flight ability where when you would fly in creative mode, or fly when you had the ability, it would slowly sink you to the ground sometimes and work inconsistently. We have changed that by changing the flight physics in general, and by adding animations. So if I get the flight ability here and go into F5 mode, you will see that now we fly in the direction that we are facing. We have this flying animation now, and when we fly against the ground, we kind of like slide our feet. And I think it looks really cool. So when you fly close to the ground, this animation starts, and then you can lift off, and now we're flying in the direction that we're facing. I think this works a lot nicer, and it's a lot more balanced for the flight ability. I'm so excited to use this in game. Next, the Great Hammer and Speed are now incompatible because there was a glitch where you could achieve an infinite mass punch by using the Great Hammer to fly. So that is now not possible. I made the Lava Stream ability last slightly longer than it did before. So before, the Lava Stream would last for 1 second, and now it lasts for 1.5 seconds. So if we give ourselves the Lava Stream ability, you will see that it lasts very slightly longer, but that will allow for you to deal extra damage to your opponents when they are in your lava stream. Next, I added ambient speed to the super speed ability because before you were at normal speed until you built up speed. Now you have speed to begin with, and you can build up from here. So if I keep running, I'm going to slowly start getting faster and faster and faster, which means it's even harder to achieve an infinite mass punch now, but I think it's balanced. The final update to this version is that we updated 8 item textures: the Binding Agent, the Ancient Bone Formula, the Syringe, the Super Leaping Serum, the Kryptonian Template, the Serum Base, the Greenlight Mixture, and Velocity X. If you guys liked these quality of life changes, I want to do another quality update in the future, so make sure you leave those types of suggestions in the comments below or in my Discord. And if you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments as well. This is the first episode of Superhero Plus where I am monetized on YouTube, so if you guys want to help out the team and fund us to keep this project going, you can leave thanks down below the video. It is not required. I don't expect anyone to do it, but if you do, it would be a massive help. I also have channel members now, and channel members will be able to become playtesters on my modding team, which means you will be able to play updates before anyone else. You will also be able to participate in live streams that I do, exclusive live streams, and have exclusive emojis that no one else has. I also plan on making merch in which channel members will have discounted prices. And because this is my first day with monetization, that's why I'm doing all the plugging. I'm not going to plug it as much in any subsequent video. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.